talking to Jeremy Morris of Google. Jeremy, you've given a talk today, and one of the interesting facets was that people are more focused on CEM in telecoms and perhaps in other areas. Why is that?
I think there's a few reasons. I think firstly, we're all glued to our mobile devices. We've all seen the massive growth and importance of phones, and we're seeing an incredible increase in people using their phones for internet over desktop. I think the second reason is that there's a massive room for improvement. They are complicated devices. There's lots of different parts to them. You can't really kind of afford to be without them. And so if I look across our platforms, we see that there are more queries or more questions related to telecoms than any other category.
And that's because of the devices, is it really, that they're trying to use?
That's right. I mean, if you think what our devices can do now to what they could do in the past, they can do much more than they used to. And so, there are lots of questions which come up. But I think what's interesting is that as consumers, we're actually much more comfortable with self-service. So if you think about how other industries such as travel have now moved to online check-in, purchase of tickets, and actually you go to an airport without speaking to anybody, you can go straight through into security. It's the same aspiration that I think a lot of clients have around mobile phones. They'd like to actually engage on a lot of the basic queries without having to talk to people. And so we've seen a massive growth in digital queries. There's been a 50% growth year on year as customers are trying to actually answer their questions themselves rather than having to call into call centres.
So give us some good and perhaps not so good examples of how operators are doing their CM, things that you've seen.
Yeah, so I think there's a few things from around the world actually, and I'll start off just on the mobile theme with Verizon in the States. They actually have, when you go onto their mobile site, and they have a mobile site where lots of UK businesses don't have one yet, their site recognises which phone you're on, so it gives you personalised information about how to help your phone on the phone that you've got, whether it's a Galaxy Nexus or an iPhone 5, it recognises which phone you've got, which I think is fantastic. And it's really using the benefits of mobile, which is, the device, the location, and the operating system. I think the next good example is O2 in the UK. They've got a fantastic hub of customer service videos on YouTube under the name of O2 Guru TV, and they're actually driving a lot of people there as their primary destination for customer service help online. And I think the third one is giffgaff. Now giffgaff, if you don't know it, it's a virtual mobile operator powered by O2, and it's really been set up around a community. So they've got a very active community who do a whole range of things from advising with products, design, building apps, advertising, and also customer support. And on average, they see that the response time of their users is 70 seconds, which is very, very fast, obviously.
Now, on the not-so-good side, I'm not asking you to name names here. Give me a couple of examples of where you've seen something and you've thought, oh no, that's a nightmare.
So I think the key thing for any brand is to understand what are your customers asking about, and you can often look to your call center as to what are the top 10 questions, and transport those into digital, and just look at the customer experience that you get as a consumer. For typical topics tend to be your first bill payment. A lot of people have questions around, why their first bill is the amount it is. A lot of people have questions around setting up their phone. And so what I would advise brands to do is look at the customer experience from your top queries in the call center across desktop, mobile and tablet, and see whether it is simple to resolve that query. And if it's not, then look to actually improve that process, whether it's getting people the right information or just providing hopefully more personalized experience and a better answer to their question.
And where do you see CM sort of going forwards? Give us a futuristic look from your point of view.
So what I think is going to happen is that mobile is really going to take a central role. We see that 38% of all the queries in the UK are mobile and tablet based, and that's only going to grow over time. We already see that some markets such as Japan are over 50%, and we expect the UK to carry on its massive growth. And I think what will happen is that the mobile will become the primary device for customer services, and it'll be much more personalised, again with information about where you are, which phone you've got, which network you're on, which operating system you're on, are all things which can bring this much better experience. And then there are some exciting projects that Google's working on, such as Google Glass, Project Glass, which is augmented reality glasses which incorporate a number of the functions of mobile. Driverless cars are another very exciting development which has just been authorised in the state of Nevada. So, I think a few of those projects have got some exciting futures as well.
Well, it sounds like there's some exciting times ahead for everyone. In the meantime, thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.